I'm Sally Mills of Lavolta and Lavolta Principles, and welcome to Digital Bullets 2010. We've asked some industry experts to share their thoughts on issues and developments in the digital industry. We've given each person 20 seconds to answer those questions, or else they get the chop. So we'll be broadcasting a sizzling digital bullet on a regular basis, one question answered with many different points of view. Hope you enjoy. Augmented reality has been around for a while in geeky forms in both gaming and online, but it now appears to be one of the most exciting areas unfolding in mobile. As you know, it involves the overlay of additional information onto the naturally perceived physical world. Applications for smartphones are already available for tourism, shopping, restaurants, navigation and other uses. Do you think developments in augmented reality will lead to financially viable services that consumers will adopt, or is it just a gimmicky technology-driven fad that will run out of steam?
I think it will. I mean, Second Life was, silly in retrospect. But and look, personally, I always thought it was a piece of shit anyway. But in terms of the future, advertisers will start funding augmented reality. So yes, it will work. Whether consumers pick it up will be different, but advertisers will lead with it, and whether they can actually get consumers to buy into it is the perennial question that advertisers have had for the last 150 years.
I personally think augmented reality only really has one key benefit, and it's all about building the brand and making sure that an information source can be taken from it. I think it's going to be really hard to find a financial model that actually supports augmented reality, and it is a great platform for information, but other than that, I personally am not pushing it and think it's a bit of a crock.
It will be big, it will be commercial, and it will be profitable.
Imagine a scenario where you have an application downloaded, you're viewing a retail store through the application, through your camera, and what's being overlaid is a particular offer or a review from a restaurant, something that can actually provide instant value and lead somebody to walk into that retail store and redeem an offer. I think that's incredibly powerful.
I do think that augmented reality will probably not live up to the hype. I do think it's potentially quite a short-term phenomenon, and I think it'll run out of steam. Most of the examples that I've seen quite a lot, are very gimmicky, and there's only a very few select applications that are either providing really true, good quality entertainment or a proper branded utility.
I think it's really exciting, and I can't see how it could just be a fad as more and more people adopt that type of technology and have it available to them. It's so convenient, it's so easy, and it brings together the best of visual ways to find things, as well as recommend peer and friends recommendations. It seems like a no-brainer.
Whether or not people are going to make vast amounts of money out of them, we've seen some people making quite good money, but again, it depends on whether they're just a standalone and they're interesting and useful in their own right, or they're helping augment people's experience. And I'll use that word augment again, but it's to enhance people's experience with what they're doing, whether it be in the real world or on the web. So I think a lot of it will actually be more in support of other activities rather than standalone apps just for the sake of it.
Augmented reality is a great concept. It's certainly is gimmicky. I've used it recently in the US with my Google Nexus 1 phone, holding it up, and you can sort of overlay various things. But do I see it as something that I'm going to use every day? No. To me, it is a bit in the gimmicky category. What I do like, and it's probably related to augmented reality, is it's actually bringing together lots of different data.
I thought, maps were gimmicky, and I thought that, Facebook was gimmicky, so I'm probably not the best judge. But I think that it will have its place. I think travel's an absolute, no-brainer for augmented reality apps, being able to guide tourists around, and there is money in that.
I'm sure there's something interesting you can do with augmented reality, but I haven't seen it yet. The two things that I've seen are silly commercial ideas where advertisers use to engage people in their product, and that's way too hard. And the ability to look down a street and see which shops have got a special on, and I can't see people using that anyway. So I think the technology is interesting. I just think advertising examples and where to get the next sale are kind of boring and pedestrian.
I don't think it'll be a fad. I think this sort of notion of being able to locate yourself and tag content from a vast range of sources is really going to give us a whole new experience when we're sort of working with these mobile devices particularly. Still a bit of a way to go, but definitely there will be models that will be paid. But we're seeing it in, as you say, in tourism, fantastic opportunities.
I love it. I think augmented reality has got a big future. As we know, it's already in phones, we're going to see it in cameras, we're going to see it in video cameras, we're going to see it in a whole range of devices around us. To me, I see it more though as a permanent, geolocated Twitter-type messages permanently stored there in the sky, and I think that's a fantastic evolution.